versus Capcom 3.
First up, we're going to have Justin Wong and Shady K, some of the top UMVC3 players, doing some special exhibition matches here for you all. Gonna do a 2 out of 3 set. Both players trying some of the new characters. Justin trying out Ghost Rider and Hawkeye. Shady K going with Firebrand.
Go for broke. Fight!
Magneto trying to make his way in. The change from Ghost Rider gives him a big range advantage. Both players playing a bit of a keep-away game. Magneto low on health, brings in Firebrand. Hit by Firebrand, but unable to convert to a combo. Hits the dive kick. Catches Ghost Rider. Misses the team aerial. Magneto's back in. Catches Ghost Rider. Hits the hyper combo, and that'll finish him off. Hawkeye's in. But retaliated by Magneto.
It is my turn now.
Goes to Storm. That'll be it for Magneto. Shady now down to Taskmaster. Both players still have their X Factor. Justin staying away with Storm. Storm got her opportunity. Both players bust their X Factor. Ice Storm from Storm. Does another one. That's gonna hurt. Taskmaster, just a little bit of help, but it is regaining. Hits the OTG. Lots of damage. X Factor is now out. And Storm is down. Both players down to their final character. And game 1 goes to Shady K.
Thanks for the archery lesson, William Tell.
Some very solid Marvel vs. Capcom 3 action going on.
Capcom 3 with the finest heroes assembly. Get ready for the fight of your life. Ready to fight.
Justin sticking with his team.
Let your fist do the talking. Go for broke.
Ghost Rider and Magneto start out. Chains from Ghost Rider, very difficult to deal with. Shady playing some keep away. Catches the air throw. It's a nice combo, but with the damage scaling, doesn't do too much. DHC's out to Firebrand to get him in safely. Goes into gargoyle mode. Shady having a difficult time getting in on Ghost Rider. Tags in Taskmaster. Caught. And Taskmaster is down.
Seeing ya. Advancing guard.
Ghost Rider caught. Hits DHD to Firebrand.
I'm on it.
And Firebrand is down.
It is my turn now.
DHD to Storm. Both players pull their X Factor. Shady was able to pull it in the air, a new feature for Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Pop with the combo drop. And game 2 goes to Justin. It is now tied 1-on-1.
Perhaps now you realize your foolishness, Magnus.
Ultimate Marvel. Normal. Welcome to the world of Marvel vs. Capcom 3, where the finest heroes of South Factor. Get ready for the fight of your life.
Both players staying with their teams. It's all tied up.
Who will come out on top? Go for broke. Fight! Seeing ya.
Shady pushing in on Ghost Rider.
Seeing ya.
Justin now pushing in.
Advancing
Shady DHD to get Firebrand in safely.
Seeing ya. Seeing ya. Seeing ya.
Justin very content to stay away. Throws out a hyper combo, but it doesn't connect.
Consider this over.
Hello, hello. Do we still have game audio? Fantastic. Hello, everybody. Here to do a little bit of commentary and try and answer some questions while these guys are playing. I believe this is still Justin and Shady. Shady on the left. This looks like Justin's fun around new team. That still works. Taskmaster still can pull you up off the ground after that air throw. Hawkeye has 3 different variations of that arrow. He can roll away, roll towards, or stay on the ground to follow up with different arrows. That will track anywhere on the screen, but it missed there. Nicked him just a little bit with the Taskmaster OTG. It's hard to do commentary while you're not actually on the stage watching things, but and again, there's the off the wall removing a meter from Shady. Just like Cap, not going to do it. Justin running again some very basic initial strategies, but that's what you can iterate on. So once you understand these things, obviously one of Ghost Rider's primary abilities with his standing C and jumping special and jumping C is just to control a massive amount of space across the screen. And you see Justin doing that. Not the most exciting thing in the world to watch. Think MVC2 with the Doom handgun. The laser sort of looks like that. You're doing it not so much to hit or to have a lot of damage, but to set things up and to control that space, to lay it down, combined with an assist. Ghost Rider's really, really good at that stuff. So again, this is just the beginning. Obviously, these guys just getting their hands on the game in the last day or so. But once you have a basic strategy like that, that's when you can begin to iterate. And I worry about people sometimes who come in and want to do, just go for the biggest combos or go for the biggest whatever it is and try and memorize that. It's going to give you a much better idea of how the game and characters work rather than just mimicking something else you've seen. Spend a little time playing with these kinds of ideas, get a feel for the characters, not just when they're comboing you, but just in their more natural, their overall flow and what they want to be doing on the screen, even when they're not in the middle of a combo. Combo is, in some ways, the easiest thing. You see that OTG with the orbs there. Strider able to do that by himself. Usually better with an assist. It's a little tricky to follow that up, but obviously people will pick that up very quickly. Strider very fast with the his new teleport and also wall cling. We were talking with Clockwork about that earlier. He's a big fan of the wall cling so far, and also the Gram from Strider, or the G-Ram as I call it, controlling a huge amount of space, giving wall bounce under some circumstances. It can be done from the wall, and it's really full screen. Very, very powerful technique. Strider can cross from wall to wall, as well as obviously just canceling out of that and getting off the wall. But using it to get him out of... You can mix that up with the teleports, I think, very effectively. You get the bounce. But so far, I really like Clock's Doom. I like the new Doom quite a bit, even though some of my tricks don't work with him. That's going to be a basic OTG from Firebrand. He does his little pause dance. And these guys are just... I was just showing Flo a second ago a little bit of what Firebrand's capable of. Nice assist there, but not in time to keep the combo going. Firebrand can cancel his flies into other flies. So it's not just sort of a one-action in the air kind of move for Firebrand. He has a lot of special abilities, particularly suited to be... He's considered sort of a primarily aerial character. So his little dashes, you'll see his little aerial. Those are command dashes. They're not, or excuse me, they're not button command dashes. They are actual input dashes. Quarter circle away is where it should be right now. I know I'm not doing very exciting commentary on the match itself. Just trying to give a little education. These are just exhibition matches. We don't have to they're not out for blood too much yet. In some ways, they're just learning the moves. But yeah, Firebrand has a lot of... we're looking at him as basically an aerial character, which is something we haven't really seen before in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Somebody that lives in the air, and we see him as primarily basing his attacks out of the air. Obviously, he can fight on the ground, do some stuff there, but that's the view of Firebrand. So he has some very special abilities. That command fly, you can use it to... I was showing those guys a couple of tricks. You can literally zigzag through the air, form like a... It looks like you're lacing up the screen with just constant across. There he is, figuring out that OTG, gets an accidental reset. Strider usually quite safe in that situation. Doom getting a little more flexibility in those Doom loops now. See some interesting variations there from Clockwork. Not all the old combos work, but some new stuff, of course, works as well. It's a new day. Strider manages to catch him there. Should have a chance to put him down. Goes for the throw reset. Running OTG, a la Wolverine as well. And here comes the Ouroboros. Oh, X Factor, very smart, but that's not going to get him out of a combo. And this is really what's so dangerous about that Ouroboros and why I think it's definitely worth a level 3 under the right circumstances. You're able to lock your opponent down, freeze him in place, which is so rare. There's so many nasty things you can do. You see all these combo setups, people showing trick shot videos. You rarely see those in real matches because it's so difficult to predict where your opponent's going to be, especially when people are just holding up back just to try and get out of those mix-ups on the ground. But with Ouroboros, you can really freeze them into a position where they're going to be vulnerable to those kinds of things and then continue the combo. So, and it's something you can set up from pretty much any position on the screen. It's got such a commanding control of the entire screen into space that I definitely think it's worth those levels, even though I was hoping personally it'd be a level 2, just so I could cheese people out with Ouroboros before everybody else learned to play and then got much better than me. But it looked like Strider took it there for Clockwork.
Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Should be Justin versus Flo. Or I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. They just got a bunch of good players. They're going to be exhibitions for you. That does look like Justin. Justin wearing some sort of dinosaur hoodie. And of course, Flo unmistakable. This is play style. And checking the stream. Any quick questions? When choosing moves and specials for new characters, you guys look at the games, movies, or comics? All of them. Definitely, I think, and that's reflected quite clearly, certainly in Firebrand, his trademark being that irritating swoop. he does down from the sky. It's very difficult to jump and hit him in Ghosts and Goblins. So we looked at that. We looked at some of his other games, Demon's Crest as well, for inspiration for some of his moves. Obviously, Strider the same way. Hawkeye, yeah, you'll find a lot of different variations on his arrows. Almost, I believe all of which have occurred in the comics. I was not a Hawkeye guy early on. I had the misfortune of getting the only comic my local 7-Eleven, which was the closest thing I had to a comic book store, would get regularly, was West Coast Avengers. And no hate on Marvel, but West Coast Avengers during the 90s was not their greatest book. I was eventually able to make my way over to a comic book store and connect with some of my other favorites, X-Men and whatnot. But didn't love Hawkeye at the time. He's come a long way. There you saw a little bit of that fly canceled into other flies from Firebrand there, making good progress. And Justin's showing just this very basic strategy of jumping chain and ground assist just to freeze him in place. Catching him looking there. Anyway, yes, they're all very much inspired. Obviously, you see, what is it? With Ghost Rider, it's the Atonement. I can't remember what it's called now. It's the Soul Stare, basically Penance Stare, I believe, where he looks into your soul and you're forced to face your sins. That's obviously his level 3. Obviously, the spinning of the whip with the super and the motorcycle running you over, all very, very much inspired by comics, as well as the rest of his techniques. So Hawkeye is definitely in there. Actually, we showed yesterday at the Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Ultimate panel that Ant-Man riding on one of Hawkeye's bows was actually, I believe, Avengers 223. Don't quote me on that number, but that was the cover of Avengers 223 with Hawkeye. He's got Ant-Man riding in on one of his arrows, which is a brilliant cover. It's one of the inspirations, the inspiration for his level 3. And thanks to our friends at Marvel for pointing that out. And then all the awesome staff that put that together to make it look as cool as it does. Here we go. That is not going to hit. And both escape unharmed. A little disappointing. Some new tricks here. Doing those quick fly cancels. Gets to the other side. Oh, Storm drops it. Back into it. Justin dancing around with Storm. I think he looks at Storm as sort of, you see both characters trying to use some of their new techniques. Storm using the wind to either blow you out or keep you closer, and Magneto getting some similar techniques with magnetism.
Now you realize your foolishness, Magnus.
Boo for Ant-Man's 2014 movie. News to me. I love Henry Pym. Want to know about Thor's updates? We've been asked to sort of describe only what's happening on screen, so if you see it, again, this is an edict from Nitsuma, and it's more of a Japanese approach to things, but I respect it and actually kind of enjoy it as well. Watching people have that joy of discovery, figuring things out for themselves. One of my very favorite things in the universe about fighting games. Makes them endlessly fun for me, and I think they're able to, have that experience as well. So we want to see people be able to go hands-on with this and discover things and experiment on their own. I'm trying not to give the guys even too many tips about moves and the way those work as well. It's hard for me. I love talking about that kind of stuff, especially with great players, trying to figure out what they're going to do with it. But that's been the request, and I think it's going to be nice because it'll keep the game exciting and let you experiment on your own and figure things out and not feel like the game is already completely known before it even is released. So we'll have it again out next week at EVO. Obviously, I think there will be a lot of great players getting hands on there and posting their impressions and their own notes. But I miss that from my days back hearing about the games on test at Sunnyvale Golfland. They would have debuts of early new Capcom arcade machines, and I would get reviews by the guys who went out there and got lucky enough to get hands on and try and piece together what my strategy was going to be. I remember hearing about, there's a 7-foot-tall Native American who's got a dragon punch and a pile driver? Sold. I'm going to play T-Hawk for life. That didn't work out, but it was exciting for me to hear about the character and try and postulate. Obviously now we've got a lot of great video as well, but try and keeping some fun of discovery here in the game for everybody. And there's that standing C from Ghost Rider. So huge. Hits, I would say, about 80% of the screen right now, but not low. There's the basic OTG. Oh, he goes for whip. Whoa, burning a lot of meter there. But a highly ineffective meter use. Even though I keep trying not to talk about details, very hard to commentate on a match and not try and talk details. But we've seen that before. Certainly, Ghost Rider's Bike Super will OTG, pull people up off the ground there. So I think that might have been what Justin was hoping to see. Gravity Squeeze will still hit from there. And still some possibilities afterwards, as you can see. We have not removed that. At least not yet. Hawkeye does have some cool tricks in the air and a lot of great pressure on the ground. They take a little bit of experimentation. So we'll see that coming. But I appreciate these guys being a good sport and playing some of the new characters they haven't had a chance to play. That super is very, very fast. Almost Cable-like. Yeah. Very quick stuff from Hawkeye. And that is the end of the exhibition. Looks like Justin has taken it. Yet again, another new Marvel game. Another Justin Wong victory. Well, let's see if we have some final sign-off questions before I kick it back over to the main stage here. Cable confirmed. Cable, like, I don't know. These guys, they're not beams. They're actual projectiles. So you can figure all that out for yourself. Yes, you can have Unity points. Go comment on some sort. Go rate some photos. There you go. Free points. Strider's health. What is it? Someone will figure it out. It's low. Not super low, but low. Rocket Raccoon equals Cable. Maybe. Just maybe. All right. Well, I'm just going to get trolled here on this stream. So I'm going to turn it back over to, well, I'm going to leave you in the hands of Sean. We'll see where he turns it back over to. And I will try and swing back by later today and talk to everybody again and maybe send us out. Thanks for watching on Comic-Con. We'll still have a lot of great UMVC3. Strider's going to be, excuse me, Strider? Wow, Clockwork. I can't say Clockwork and Strider together. Maybe you're not going to even play Strider. Who knows? They're going to be here. All right, he's planning on staying in the booth all day today, so he won't be leaving. He and Shady K will be around for as long as I think they can be. So that'll be good stuff. We'll bring anybody else that comes by. Try and get some other fun players there for you on Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and also some Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Let them experiment with that. But I'm going to go say goodbye to our exhibition players now. And goodbye to all of you for the moment. I'm going to go send them out.